hit like go live on the YouTube. Alright, nice. I'm like not gonna really like okay. I really don't want that to be there, but whatever. Um hey everybody. This is Billy's RC. Okay, worked, I know. Um so today, as you can see, we pretty much have almost basically all of the stuff ready for the new Mugen Truggy. The only thing that we really don't have here necessarily right now. I wonder if y'all can even hear me. Okay, yeah. I am gonna turn down that music just because I know that it's like some copyright stuff. So we have all this stuff ready for the build. The only thing we just don't have right now is the radio. So let's get into this. I'm gonna like post on Instagram here and I'll be like, hey, join the stream or something. I don't know. My mom's in the chat. Okay. If that came out right. Okay. I'm just gonna put a link to it as well, just because.
You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
I guess we'll just post it as a story for right now. Yeah.
Dear Sally, you have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
I guess we'll put it on Facebook too, so. Nice. There are some flies in here, but I think we should be okay. Not sure if people can click that link, but I hope they know the deal. So, um, I know that this really isn't like the best like resolution you could get for the footage of the actual building. And I do apologize for that, really, just because like I don't really have like a super nice webcam. I don't really think anyone has a super amazing webcam, but yeah, like just going through it, I guess again, we have an FGR4 V2 receiver that I'm gonna be using. It's a little bit big, but I think for um I think for this build, I think I can manage it. Then we have the like well and tested Savox. I can't even remember the name of this, but I just know it's a super good Savox servo. We also have a D Racing skid plate with us as well, so that's gonna be really nice. It's gonna help the chassis a lot. Um, some A-main stickers, of course, because can't forget about them. They hooked us up on this. They were running out kind of early in the beginning. And then, of course, to top it off, well, not to top it off yet, but we have some triple D's by J Concepts. Go Dylan, hell yeah. Um, but anyway, that's gonna be the tire choice anyway, just because they're like brand new, and I feel like I can clean up like the wheels a little bit because they are a little bit dirty looking, but like particularly this one I feel is the dirtiest. But yeah, that's what we got going on for tires, and then of course we have the motor system. We have the XC Run 1900 kV censored motor. Pretty much the same stuff I'd run in like my Truggy now. I was actually originally going to put this particular combo in my buggy, but I just never got around to it, so yeah. And this is going to be the XR8 speed controller, of course, and then of course the car. So I'm pretty sure like the first like nasty things that we're gonna be getting out of the way of differentials, because I remember the first time I actually ever built a Mugen Truggy, like the diff was super tight back there. Like I remember like it was a weird one that like you build for the first time. But let's just go ahead and because there's some stuff here from like earlier projects and stuff. I've just been kind of busy with like real life type things and like non-RC related, which is why I really haven't been doing a whole lot of content. I guess we can check how many viewers we have. I guess we have two. I'm not really sure how it's coming out, but from what I'm able to tell, it looks like it's decent, I guess. The A main sticker up there. I'll put on one A main sticker, maybe. I I want to. So out comes the box. Gotta keep an eye on my battery level though. So pretty much I feel like the way I'm gonna do this is I'm just gonna keep the box on the ground and just kind of build everything like from whatever like kind of like Legos I guess. So I'm just gonna pull out the bags that I need only. So yeah, let me just flip out the manual last. Okay, so getting this out. Yeah, setup sheets, support. Oh wow, that's some really in-depth. Okay, yeah. They really, I think this is just a part sheet. That's kind of cool. It's kind of like the way, I don't know. It looks like a 3D prints or fucking whatever. Um, Good to know. Truthfully, honestly, I could probably just look at this manual to build it, but I'm gonna just go by the instructions just because I trust them the most when it comes to this. So yeah, I was right. So the first diff is going to be in bag A1 and A2. So I'm just going to go ahead and hunt for that particular bag. Let's okay. So I think this is actually like all of this just in one thing. So go ahead and put this on the floor close so we can go like come back to grab stuff later. Um, I have more videos that I need to edit, to be quite honest. I have like a lot of indie footage that I need to get up and out, trying to make this friggin' thing like point more down, and it's like, yeah, there we go. I feel like that works pretty well. Wouldn't you all say? Wait, let me like bring up the chat so I'm like not missing any messages, I guess. Oh yeah. Okay, so some dirt out of the way. What is in the frame? Is that the tires? Okay, it is. So I guess that's gonna be in the frame, I guess. I'll move that. That's out of the way. Um, I do have the razor, so it's nice. Still have that gnarly wound, or not wound, but more of a scar now on my freaking took off his tires. So take diffs. I feel like are like one of the easiest, but like one of the most like time-consuming like parts of just any build. To be completely honest, I need to like put a trash can over here when I'm building stuff, so that way I can like actually like have a place to put my stuff. But just to make sure that I'm not messing this up, I'm just gonna flip open the instructions anyway and go through it. So 1, 2, 3. We have all 3 diffs in here, all the parts. I kind of know how all this stuff goes together. So it looks like we're doing either the front or the rear one first. So what's nice is that like I also have a fridge over there, so if I ever gets thirsty, we can get some water relatively quickly. So I'm just gonna kind of separate it into piles. So over here, I'm gonna have the discs, the little rubber gasket things, and yeah, and like the little rods that go through for the other gears. These I feel like won't like fly away as easy because they're just all really like kind of like advanced material. I'm gonna keep like paying attention to like the actual camera angle where it's pointing because I actually want to get all this stuff in frame. So let me actually go ahead and just move this over here. Like this. I'm just gonna put these aiming stickers like into the box. I'm also gonna put these setup sheets in the box as well. And it's the part sheet, which is actually kind of nice because they didn't not put that in the last Mugen Truggy that I got, which is a long time ago, honestly. Put that bag over there. Man, I really wish I could just get like more of the table. Like put this, and then pour this bag out. There are the actual gaskets for the differentials. Okay, so what's first? Where's that grease stuff that they freaking give in every kit? Like, yeah, that's like another thing I had to think about is where's that stuff at? So let me go ahead and take a look through the box again, see if I can find any sort of fluid bag. Found it. See, the body takes up the entire box. Like, so this is where the grease is. This is also 8.2, so that's good to know. So go ahead and open this one as well. I really just need to get the grease stuff out. So it's gonna be in this bag, and then we'll put this over here for right now. So we're also gonna need that diff oil here in a sec. I wonder how they're setting this up. So they have 7, 10, and 10. I'm curious as to. Okay, so front is 10 and rear is 7. I'm gonna go ahead and just do it like by the book this time because I've always done like 7, 10, 7, which makes for an interesting setup. It's just I feel like it should like go like how they're telling me this time. So go ahead and get that out. Stuff's extremely useful, I feel, for this stuff. Alright, so I'm just gonna kind of go at this just like how I would normally put together a diff. Bearing. They want you to also grease up the yokes, which I feel like could be pretty beneficial for it. Go ahead and put it through, and then it also needs grease for that little O-ring, I'm pretty sure. Not. They don't say that you should. I guess I'm just used to that from like the Team Associated kits, if I'm being totally like honest. Because I remember they would always like tell you to do that, like type of stuff. So like that. Then we get one of these plates. It's like different sizes of them, which is kind of strange, but okay. Oh, it's these. Okay, it's not those. Those are for. Oh yeah, those are for the actual like diff. What am I thinking? I'll be a little bit more generous with it, but not so much. Yes, yes, good. I may as well just do this to all of them, because like feel like it'll save just time later. We could stand them all up. I feel like this is where most of the grease is actually used anyway, so what I'm trying to do about this. Okay, I feel like I did that pretty like decently, so now what I'm gonna do, oops, that's going dirty. I'm gonna go ahead and put in the little gasket thing. I feel like I need to use like a pick every single freaking time I do this. There we go. Next, the actual pin for the sun gear. I haven't said that word in like what feels like a long time. Push that through there and get one of these. Put it on. And then, okay, so that's pretty much ready to go into the diff. Let's just actually make the diff part now. So we'll go ahead and take a little rubber ring, stuff it in there. Whoops, forgot to put a bearing on that. It's like one of the most common mistakes you get. Fuck me. Common mistakes, my fucking shit. Not believe I dropped that rubber ring just now. I thought it was seated. I thought that was seated into the thing, and it clearly was not. So, like, there it is. Like,
En Agoramol nos sentimos complacidos por su visita. Les informamos que en los próximos 30 minutos cerraremos por
glad I
el
didn't
día de
lose
hoy.
that. I kind of should have kind of expected that to be like totally honest. Okay, then we'll go ahead and put another one of these plates. And then getting the pin in on this one. Yo! Hell yeah, David. I'm sorry I didn't see your message earlier. Kind of wondering, like, I always wonder when people like send messages over streams. Like, I wish I could like open it and be like, when did they send it? I'm gonna go back to Mike soon. It's just like beginning of June is like I'm like kind of busy with like school stuff to be completely real. But it's like also this summer's getting kind of rough. Like I won't even know. Go ahead and put that in. Okay. What does it say? Okay, so pretty much now what we do is we take these like little like rods and you put like two of these like planetary gears on. Pretty sure that's what they're called. Take one of these plates and put them on each side. Or put them on both sides. Slide that in while all being intact, fucking course, yes. Can I just like do it? I'm used to all this stuff like being like all greased up and it's like you can just go back in super easy. Okay.
En Agoramol nos sentimos complacidos por su visita. Les informamos que en
Go.
los próximos
Do the same thing for this one. Just basically do it to the other side, like perpendicular to it, so that way we create the differential. It like moves and stuff. Man, that is just so like new, you know? I'm gonna let like them do the whole like bubble thing. Like basically let the bubble like rise to the top thing. So that way I can get like actually like optimal uh like drive out of it, because usually like I'm just doing this at the track and I'm like doing it like as soon as like I get the shit. But not today. I'm gonna go ahead and just put 7 into this one because I'm just gonna call this one the rear. I'll just kind of line them up because it's not like anyone else is like using this area of my house except me. Also, I remember like these particular bottles of differential oil, like the tops tend to pop off if you squeeze them too hard. But granted, it's kind of like difficult to actually like sometimes like know if you're like squeezing too hard. Or maybe that's just a beginner's thing, I don't know. Just kind of putting it in there. Alright, I'm gonna work it around a little bit so that way I don't know. I've never really like done it properly. I just kind of like literally in the past all I've done is just put the oil into it and then like throw on the like spur gear, the ring gear, and it just works. Okay. Go. Just want to make sure that it's like gonna be like actually full. And I like how they give you 3, so like you can really use the shit out of the first like bottle. Like the first time you actually like put this together. It's gonna be a really fun car. Like I love the Mugen Truggies. Like it's like my favorite RC ever. Alright, yeah, there's a lot of bubbles in this. I know that turning the gears like helps work that stuff in. Okay. A lot more bubbles now that I'm like putting more in. But honestly, I feel like it's just gonna be way more worth it if I just wait to like. I'm just gonna put like a little bit more in. Okay. And let that sit for a little bit, let the bubbles like work themselves out. I'll put this one over here just because I want it to be like the rear one. And that's its corresponding like gear. Let's just build the like next diff. So next we're gonna use 10, and then we're also gonna use 10. I'm not sure if they actually want you to use 7 in the center. Front rear. I wonder if oops, yeah, it didn't rip. Don't worry. And then the center diff should be. They say they want 10. Yeah. So 7 from the rear to the front. 7, 10, 10. Hello. Okay. So this one. Almost forgot the bearing again. Glad I haven't forgotten any of the bearings yet, but I have a feeling I'm going to do that at some point, so look out, y'all. Then what we're going to do is we put on one of these little things, these rubber rings, then another one of these plates. I'll use these needle nose to just kind of push it in. Then drop in a pin, and we'll just work it around in there until it gets in. That's how it works. And then drop the sun gear in. Okay. Now I'm gonna assemble the first like planetary gear set. These plates. Just throw it in. Very nice. And just do the same thing for the other. Okay. There we go. Let that fall into place. And I think we can just go ahead and put away the grease. Let's throw it over there. Then, time to push out that 10K. And I just put them in like each of the corners. So it's like 1, 2, 3 areas you gotta put it into. It's 1. Now 2. No, then we're 2 and over 3. And 4. I don't remember where I learned this from, but if I learned it from that RC Sparks guy, I just wish I never knew it. I just wish I learned it from somebody else. Damn. Alright. Go ahead and just put some more in. That looks like enough, but I just know that there's like a bunch of air bubbles underneath. There they are. There's a lot of bubbles coming out of the other one. Just gonna go ahead and put some more down into it. It's like, do we have any opinions on the music that we have going here? We're like, nah. I don't know if adding more while there's like bubbles coming to the top is like better. That looks like enough. There's definitely like a defined like line in here. I'll just put in a little bit. I'm really excited to paint the Bruggy body though. That's gonna be so cool looking. Okay, and I'm just gonna rotate it like a little bit more so I can get out like most of those bubbles. Like the big ones particularly. Just gonna get focusing right there. It's definitely going to take a lot longer for this one, but I know it'll be worth it. So, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and just I'll just go ahead and put a bearing on everything that needs a bearing now, so that way I really just don't forget about it. No words. Sometimes these fucking bearings can be super stubborn, but who cares, dog? Alright, then we take one of these, slide it through there, get a rubber ring, put that up. Oh yeah, we need. Oh fuck, have I been like forgetting about those like. Okay, I dropped one, but found it. It's just like. I definitely put a plate down. It's like, okay, 1, 2, 3, okay. It's like making sure that like I'm building all this right. Yeah, this one on the spur gear is kind of difficult, but we're gonna get it. That is not going in. I like the music, yes. It's like, no you don't. Yeah, no words. I mean, there are some words sometimes, but... Alright, I'm just gonna use a pair of pliers to get it in, because I can't get it in. Go. And then throw that on top of there. Let's get a gasket. Line that up. Okay. That one's ready to be put on. And then finally, we'll just go ahead and make the last like diff thing. The last diff. I do. Okay. For now. Okay. There we go. Throw in a sun gear, turn that a little bit. Oh, that's okay. This side. I'm gonna rotate this rear one a little bit. Okay, wow. There's still a few bubbles, but really not that. There's really not as many as like I was expecting. It definitely goes away kind of quick. Definitely gonna have to throw the PC on a charger soon. 23%. I'll probably stream until like 9, and like I'll get off. I feel like a couple hours. It's a bit of time. So throw that in there, and then we'll make the other one. Go. There.
You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this recording in error, please check the number and try your call again.
Okay. And now we can just go ahead and fill it up with a bit of 10, but I'll start with the other bottle just because.
We're sorry. You have reached a number that has been disconnected or is no longer in service. If you feel you have reached this
We're supposed to be playing. Oh, yeah. Okay. Hi, Big Mama. How are you? Alright, fill it up, fill it up, fill it up, fill it up. Filling up the diff. There we go. That's a good glob of it. Nice glob of it in there too. And we get a nice glob of it over here as well. Okay, then just add some for the center. Okay. Now we'll move that around to see how many bubbles there are. There are a bit. Whatever, we'll go ahead and just add some more. Is that exposed, like, just getting that stuff around, it kind of exposed some air. Yeah, let me do that. What's poppin'? Nothing like a freshie. Hell yeah, man. Nothing like a freshie. Sorry if I'm being like quiet during this. It's just like this part just kind of does take a little bit of time, really, just because of these dips. Alright, sweet. Add another level. Definitely add some more to that. Just kind of shoot to and I'll just kind of move it around again. If I need to add more later, I'll just add more later. Because right now it's looking pretty decent. Okay. I'm also gonna go ahead and just check on the center diff. Still bubbles coming out. 10, okay. 10K definitely takes like longer to the stream quality might actually improve here in a second. So, because I've just been running it off of the raw like battery power. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go ahead and plug in the actual laptop charger. Go ahead and plug that in. I'll just kind of route the thing right here because I'm just going to, I'm not trying to make this like a super permanent like setup right here. Just kind of want to, frick. The laptop's definitely going to be gross after this, but who cares? There we go. Also, let's check on the rear diff, because that's, definitely want to check on this one. It definitely has enough in it. They say to like fill it up to the gears, and I feel like I've done that. Yeah, I feel like I might have overdone it a little, but you know, I don't feel like it's gonna be hurting it too bad because I'm actually like leaving it out to do its bubble popping thing. Slide that one on. Go ahead, put that pin through here. Last sun gear. Last gasket. Go ahead and just tap it in. Orient it straight. Okay. Only thing left to really do for the diffs is to pretty much just put the gears on, like the ring and spur. I feel like this motor equipment just sitting right here really isn't necessary, so I'm just gonna like put this into the box until like I need it. Lots of bubbles popping. I'm curious as to what the next instructions are. Okay, it's to pretty much just build the clips. Just gonna move these off to the side so I don't have to think about these too much. Bag B1. Where do you want to erase this one first? Like what track? Yeah, that is a good question. Usually, well, my first Mugen Truggy, I actually raced it at Thornhill, but I think this time I might want to try it at Indy. I just know that track is super hard on your diffs. It's super hard on everything, really, just because of the size of it, I feel. It's no disrespect to Indy, because I love the track. It was a super fun race. Um, Honestly, I think Austin. I haven't been there in so long. Like, Thornhill would be really, really fun to, like, go back to. Plus, like, there's, like, I have, like, family out there, so, like, I can basically, like, stay out there free. Don't have to, like, pay any, like, extra, like, hotel stuff or anything, so... Plus, I ain't gonna have this summer forever, so I may as well like make like the best time that I can with it. So, because I'm going to Sam, but okay, that's Austin trip. Yeah, honestly, that's gonna be really fun. That Austin trip will be really fun. I'm gonna go ahead and just move these screws off to this side over here. I'm glad that they don't just fold like the frick away. cap off the diff fluids and just kind of shove them over here. Bag B1. Let's find it. One bag B1. B1. Okay, here we go. Bag B1. So tear open this bag. So I just trash it out everything until say otherwise. Bag B1. I do have the other Mugen Truggy, so like we can compare this as we go along. If I don't have like parts, so like oh fuck. Yeah, I think yeah. I'm glad I didn't just leave it on the floor. Oh sweet. Okay, well I'm just gonna keep the laptop plugged in the entire time I'm streaming. So like that way the stream can like stay like as high quality like as physically possible because I'm streaming this from my garage, which I didn't even think would work to be honest. And we have the AC unit running in here, so it's like really nice. Throw that over there. It's some trash. Also, I know that wasn't like a message in chat, but I did receive that message that the stream did get better whenever I plugged it in. So plugged in, it will stay. So I don't have a diff to put in there right now. Because I'm pretty sure this is the front. Right? Yeah, this is the front. Because I know the rear shock tower is like different than the way this looks. What's interesting to me is that they still put like the truck mount body like holes in there. Like specifically like I meant like there. That's what I was like talking about specifically in the like whenever like they first announced the video. Yeah, it's not as blurry anymore. This webcam, I need to get like one that actually like makes the right resolution because this is like it kind of zoomed in, I'm not gonna lie. That bag's out. I'm definitely gonna finish like putting on like the gears to the diffs like before the stream is over because I want to be able to I just want them to be sealed. I don't want shit to get in them. The 7K diff is looking really good. There are like almost no bubbles and the fill line looks pretty good. The center one still has just a few more bubbles to work out, but they are super small now. I don't understand like when okay, because I remember I saw this like video on A-Main where they were like advertising like this like vacuum pump so that way like all the bubbles would come out of your diffs like super quick and like shocks. And I thought, I mean, if you're doing that at the track, but like how like if you're doing diffs, forget about it. Like forget about it. Are you gonna get a different Truggy body or use the red? Basically, I'm gonna paint up the body. It looks like a buggy body, but it's not. It's a bruggy body, and I'm gonna paint it like with the classic red, just 'cause that's me. like it's kind of really recognizable now if anyone just kind of has an all red car. Well, for the most part, I would imagine. But what can I do without the diff in this? Because this is the front. I may as well just seal it up and like throw it all together. But what I can do is I can put in this gear though, the pinion. These things go out like if you use like these things super hard. Like I'm not even kidding with that. So this bearing, the bearing, like it's all super tough because I know Mugen is like it's like I want to say it's like the Honda of like the RC world because they like just the reliability of like this stuff. It can last so long. Like it's honestly ridiculous to me. Still, we'll go ahead and just put Loctite on that on this. I like how they use. I really love how they don't use the like universal joints anymore. They use like the actual. I cannot remember what these are called. I think these are called universals, but or dog bones or some shit like that. Like I'm gonna make that as close together as physically possible, and then I'll pull out some Loctite so I can. Oh yeah, I need like actual like hex drivers for this. And thankfully, I have a full set of MIPs now, which are super expensive. Worth it? Totally. Would totally buy these again. Broke them, which I really can't see happening. It's just the thing is like the tools that I've used in the past, like I've always used like those dynamite, like kind of pink, like drivers for the most part. Um, I know I have like, oh yeah, is that in? Like, I'm just trying to think of like where I put my shit. Like, water, there it is. So I have, yeah, so I basically have a full, this is kind of a flex to be honest, because I never thought I would ever own these. I have a full set to work on a Mugen with MIPs. I have a 1.5 millimeter MIP that I put the sticker on. I have a 2 millimeter MIP that I put the sticker on. And I also have a 2.5, which I didn't put the sticker on, but the reason why these are so much better is that, like, the heads, if you ever saw them in person, like, comparatively to, like, just, like, a regular driver, they are so much better. They're so much bigger. They fit, like, the actual size of, like, the head better. It's so much freaking nicer. I said I was also gonna get some Wi-Fi as well. I'll pull out like a couple of the dynamite ones they use. Like these are the only two that survived like over the years. To be completely fair, let me. That's right. I'm probably gonna have to buy some extra Loctite for this, but it's all good. So. I really just want to get this point across. So they might look the same on camera, like if you put them like together, but like because the resolution is not going to be able to pick this up nearly as like well as real life. But this is the dynamite, this is the MIP. Like you can kind of see like what I'm saying. Like it has like a much like more defined like shape, which is just crazy. And then I'm just going to show the 2.5 millimeter one because that's the only other one that I have because I broke the 2 millimeter dynamite. I'm also just kind of using this time so that the diffs can dry out, or not dry out, but like unbubble or whatever. That's the 2.5, or that's the 2.0. This is the 2.5. This is the 2.5. It's kind of harder to see on this one, but trust me, the MIP is. Oh yeah, you can kind of see it there. Hold on, I'm just trying to see this like in frame as well for like the laptop. Yeah, but this one just has like a well more defined edge, so it just like digs in super hard and it's so fucking nice. I'm so glad. Like, if you ever like get the opportunity to get MIP, like get MIP. So I'm just gonna check on this. It has a few more bubbles to work out. They're super micro though, so I won't really like. Guys, that's the front one. The rear one, let's just check on that. That's what I would call perfect. It's not what Adam Drake would call perfect, but that motherfucker's probably using like vacuum chambers to like do this all like super fast, but because I think that's like his whole like career is just RC. Well, not really, actually. I take that back. So I'm just gonna go ahead and you know what, let me actually do what I was gonna do before. I'm putting together this like front yoke. Okay. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna just go ahead and pull out this Loctite. It's pretty old. Okay, so there's so many decks. Um, that's perfect to be honest. Wait, that's all I'm doing. I'm like, okay, you like actually stay focused with the shit, rather than like lose all of it. Yeah, it's just it's so nice. Is that 3 millimeters? No, it's 2.5. It just looks really good. Put some on, so that way, like, I won't really have to like worry. I don't ever think I'll really have to worry about taking this one off, like as much as like the rear one anyway, because that. Oh, you're kidding me. At least we didn't lose it. I want to make sure that I got that in perfectly flat. That ain't coming out for a while. There we go. So that's, and I'll just kind of wipe it all with the Loctite. And then the center diff, or center diff, the front diff goes in that way, and I have shims for them. I have better shims for it. I remember I bought like these, can't remember the name, like Avid, yeah, like these Avid RC um shims. I don't know if I still have them. Because I know that, well, I know that there's more, know that there's more in here. Yes, here we go. So these little shims are way better than the ones that you would put on normally because, like, I mean, Mugen does it pretty well for the most part. There's not really, like, a whole lot of parts of the car that I would really complain about, except for, like, this. So basically, these little shims, these are so fucking easy to just like bend and like screw up and make unusable because unless they're completely like perfectly straight, they will not work. And even then, it's like why? Because the way that they work is that they go onto like the gear. So if you ever like put one of these together, you know that it's like they basically just like sit on the actual like they just sit on this bearing like as like a ring, and I just feel like that's super like it works. Like don't get me wrong, it definitely works, but it's just not as good as it could be. So what I do instead is I basically just take like one of these, or I think it's like I usually put two on the back, but I think I'm just gonna like do one, like really just for the fact that like I don't want to like mess it up. Because I've always been skeptical, like my whole life, about these freaking like shims. Because ever since that low C man, like that was unforgettable. I spent so much time and like at the time like my parents' money to like get diffs because they were going out so much and I couldn't figure out the problem. And I think the problem back then was that I wasn't like replacing the whole like thing, which it's like, should I even have to worry about that? It wasn't even that old. But I had like that's like the biggest reason why I left. I didn't leave. I was never a part of Losi, but I basically like didn't like buy any more like Losi products after that because I was like, screw this. They keep stripping, I keep fixing. Screw this, Mugen time. So basically, these little shims go onto the like ring gear like this, and then you just slide the bearing over. So that way, it's already shimmed, and it actually you can actually feel the difference in there. I cannot portray this on camera, but like it does definitely make a difference. Um, when you put that shim on. So like that's like the only like non like OEM thing that I would encourage to do because I'm like talking about this like it's a real car or some shit. Okay. And I'll basically just, and for this rear one, I'll just put one because there's like, I mean, it's not like I'm going to be racing like hardcore every weekend, so it's not like I have to put like two to make sure it lasts super fucking long time. I'll take off the bearing. I should have thought about this earlier, but it's been so long since I put together a Mugen. Not backtracking here, we're just making a slight adjustment. Get that pin back in. We didn't get that much dirt on it. I feel like I'm paying like a lot of attention to the chat. Even there's like no messages. So that's the rear one. This is the front. I'll just go ahead and close that and just go ahead and put it back in my toolbox so I don't forget about it or lose it or whatever. Because I really don't think I'll have to pull those out again for a really long time. Yeah, it's like one purchase can like last you friggin' ever when it comes to RC sometimes. And it's like, hey, my brother's back. 1 second. What do you mean? It was on the earbud case. Yeah, I'm also streaming this second. I came back. Just had to get something from the car. I'm also gonna close this garage. Um, okay. Open, what did he send? Okay. I can do it from an app, so I don't have to go over there. It'll be loud for a sec. Did the song turn off? It did not. It's just really loud out there. Okay, where was I? I got the shims on, I put them away. Got the charger, and now I'm putting on. Yeah, there are like no bubbles in there. We are. Fuck. Forget how like slippery some things can be in a new kit. So. Let me just. No. Okay. Can you use this to like light the holes? Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and screw them in now. Here we go, actually wrenching it now. We'll just go ahead and do the other side as well. These parts are super tight, I feel. Like they go together, like, particularly well. I know I'm like, it's not really on frame, in frame, whatever. You'll get it. You will get it. He knows where you live, so like, um, so getting these screws in, am I like cross-threading that shit? No. I'm pretty sure the threads are created whenever you actually put it in, because like, why the fuck would it be this hard? Which is kind of cool, to be honest. Like, they don't thread out the hole. Gosh, that is so fucking hard, dude. Like, why do they make it like that? I mean, I guess that's like better, because that way you know your stuff is like really in there. Still turn, yes. I just know that like ever since like I got into 8th scale with that like team associated, I have just forever had like problems with the differentials. I remember like this RC82 I had. What Truggy kit are you putting together? So we are putting together the Mugen Seiki MBX8TR Eco. It's a huge mouthful, but it's basically the new revised Truggy from Mugen, and it's the Eco Edition, so it's electric. Just putting together the diff. Screws are really tough to get in there. Floyd Brewer. 834. We'll probably go a little bit further than just 9, just because I want to like. I just want to finish like this. Oh yeah. And then I have to like put on the like tops to all the other diffs.
No longer in service. service.
Oh,
If you
nice.
feel you have
Yes.
reached this recording in error, please check the
Very
number and
nice.
try your call again.
I actually did it properly this time, so like I let out like all the bubbles from diffs so that way they don't like create problems later. I cannot see how these things would leak, but they always do. Like if you don't check on them for like a long time. That one, goodness, that took some effort. Making sure all of them are tight. I remember like the first Truggy that I ever got, I built it in a day. Oh, that was pretty wild. I can't believe I even did that. Like I built it all collectively with like in the span of like 24 hours. So now that we have it shimmed properly, I think we can just go ahead and throw in the differential. Oh yeah, and we're also gonna need grease. Forgot about that. Getting the messiest stuff out of the way first is always decently nice. That sitting right in there. It's not grindy. They said that they made like an improvement to these gears as well, so that's why I'm only like putting one on and trusting it. That seems to move pretty smooth, but I guess only time will really tell that. What else? Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and put on the grease now, so I don't have to worry about that messy stuff later. I knew where the grease gun thing is. I would totally use it right now. Grease gun. Where is it? I think it's in here. Nope. I swear it's still in here. I know it is. Grease gun. Not missing any chat. No, not missing any chat. I'm like go get my dad to like help me find it. Okay. Hey, what about? Oh, I need that. Let's go wait for it. You gonna say how much important? Okay. Nice, we got the grease. So now all we gotta do is like put it in. It's a good size. It's a good amount. Alright, now let's go ahead and just kind of spread it everywhere. I think, okay. Come on. Putting it on evenly is kind of the difficult part of this process because it doesn't like always do that Like, I really should have got shout towels. I really should have got shout towels. Where the fuck did it all go? Okay. Okay. Yeah, let me go get some shout towel. I wonder if I see Twitter towel with this song. Uh, there we go. Now what we're gonna be able to do is do this without making a huge mess. Just go ahead and put that there. I'll just kind of go ahead and pump just a little bit more. And I'll just kind of shove it to the back. So that way, like, it'll always, like, kind of have some to just move up with. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. That is it. That is like a perfect amount. So I'm probably gonna put the grease gun away. Probably should put it away right now, but I don't really feel like doing that, so I'm just gonna continue with the build. I'm pretty sure I can just go ahead and close up the diff now, so go ahead and put on the last seal. And we'll just kind of go ahead and start screwing stuff in. So let's go ahead. I'm also gonna set up this charger while I'm at it. Just kind of routes over here because I have to put all this shit away. Well, everything really except for the like kit stuff. I just don't want to leave any like loose screws out, so I just kind of want to leave like built stuff that's out here. So 2 screws go in there, like 12, like 16. Just kind of want to get an idea of like all of the sizes for these screws. Okay, where are the smaller ones? Small, big, bigger. Small, big, bigger. Okay. Don't ask me what my methods are of measuring this stuff. There are 3 distinct measuring points. It's a Mike Tyson vape that someone special got me. Alright. Granted, these screws feel easier to put in. Pretty tough at the end. Thankfully, these my pieces are like built for shit. And then this one. This is not going to be the first live stream that I do of this build. I want to do it until like I finish the dang thing, so if I get a chance tomorrow, maybe I'll come back on. I don't see why not. It's a good use of time. Okay, now what's next? There is well like fit everything up to this, because I know where these go. Get that, whatever thing it's called, I forget. Oh my gosh. Did you see? Okay. Water. Now, I believe, yeah, these just kind of screw on, which makes it pretty damn easy. I used to Loctite like the shock mounting screws, but I just kind of feel like that's unnecessary. Like it's something you really don't need to actually do to make sure the thing like stays together. They do sound awful though, I'll say that. Yeah. Shock tower mostly assembled. What? Like I said, the mids. These like middle ones. Like going like this. If I can fucking get them in. There we go. Now, I believe all I need to do now is just to screw the thing on, so... What? Do you not? I guess you don't put screws there anymore. Yeah, because normally you'd put in screws, like, right here. Like, let me just get the... Like, usually you'd put in screws, like, right here and right there. But I guess not on this one. I'm not really sure why they did that. I'm gonna see if they did that on the other Truggy. Small body was the original. Yeah, that is super weird. Actually, you know what? It's really not that weird because you know exactly why they did that. You know exactly why they did that. Because I believe the logic behind why they don't have those extra support screws there anymore is because it's a new body style, so I guess it doesn't require the extra reinforcement, which is kind of strange because I've never seen that. Like, I have never seen that ever. Like, it's usually always 4 screws right there. And the biggest ones go on the bottom. Okay. It makes the kit, like, build kind of easier since you don't have to worry about those, and also just for kind of general maintenance. Like, if you need to replace the shock tower, it's only mounted on with 2 screws this time, which is because every other time I've built a Mugen, they've always had 4. I'm wondering if it's the same like that on the back as well, if they actually do reinforce it because that big wing is there. God. What is this? Okay. Yeah. Um. Uh. What is full reach? Okay, I'm still down text away. Okay. Yeah, you get a discount over here. That's right.
En Agoramol nos sentimos complacidos por su visita. Les informamos que en los próximos 30 minutos cerraremos por el día de hoy.
Oh yeah. Okay, well, the owner of Houston RC is messaging me and telling me I can get better deals down there, which, yeah. Oh, hold on. Yeah, so like this weekend is like the series like finale at Houston RC. Probably not gonna win as many awards this time just because I'm not in box stock, but I guess that's how it goes, I guess. It's gonna be super fun though. I'm gonna have super stock and stock touring. And like, yeah, I'm gonna have a super fun time with that. Cameras and awards too this time. Well, I mean, I'm used to the cameras. I know you said you'd like do better rewards this time, like plaques, I guess. Even though it's like not like the whole style of what y'all like, I guess. I don't know. You're still weird about it. I don't know. But I like the fact that there's awards. I mean, I like the stickers that I got because it just says like, "Hey, this is what I got." I'm like this. Um, nice, not bad. So I think that is not it actually. We need to put on these mid. I have no idea what to call these. Like I've been calling them. I've never called them anything. That's good. Else. Okay. See if I can just press that. These are super tough. Won't lie. And then they want to. Okay, that's kind of weird how they don't put the rear one on it. I guess. Oh, dude, I just love these MIPs though. They are the greatest. Getting that on. Getting the other one on. Do they say to put like? Okay. Seems like they only want you to use one shim anyway, so I think I made a good choice when I put one on. that page is done, and now this kind of front part of the car is built. I'm gonna go ahead and flip to the next one just cause. Okay. A2 and C1. I may as well just put on like I'm not even gonna do that page yet. I'm just gonna put on like the gears to these diffs because there really are no fucking bubbles left. Pretty sure this is the 7. That's 7. That's the 7, and that's. Oh no, did I put fucking bubbles in like that? Oh, well, that's kind of fucking bullshit. More goddamn bubbles. Fuck, I put more bubbles in that shit. I guess while we're waiting on that, we can just put in the 10K. Yeah, we can sell that 10K up and just call it like that. Okay. This. It's like, yeah, I did pay full retail, but it's kind of an impulse buy because I didn't want them to like run out of them. Like that was the biggest fear, is that I just didn't want them to run out because I know that these are kind of hot cars, kind of. They're not like Traxxas or anything. Yeah, Traxxas. Like I really don't talk a whole lot about RC news on here. Like I kind of wish I did more because it is fun. Like it's fun to talk about RC news. It's just like I don't really think there's anything like really worth it to talk about unless I'm like super interested in it, and even then it's like sometimes yeah, sometimes no. Goodness gracious. There's some hard stuff to get in. Sign. Okay. 2 in, 2 more. I wonder if it's on highest setting. Not sure if that's doing anything. AC unit in the garage? No. Say it's 9 p.m. I'm not gonna end the stream yet. Just wanna put it. Just wanna put these diff things in. Everything on the arms and stuff. Damn, you just know it's tight whenever it's making that fucking noise. Dry as hell in there. It's gonna hold though, that's for sure. Okay. Center diff is fully sealed. My god, my hand's fucked up. I'm gonna take off my ring just so I can get like a better grip on that. Just like, man, these little cars can like really wear you out. Still know where everything is. Really what I gotta worry about later is just taking in this laptop charger and webcam. And then like it'll be done. But for right now, basically perfect. I'm pretty sure the other one's fine too. It's just sorry. Fuck, don't tell me that. Goodness gracious. So, thank you. Is the rear diff. I know it's the rear diff because I put in the other diff. He's going in, but when you have to tighten it up, God. It's also going to be really weird putting in like a buggy body piece on a Truggy, but Ruggy Brody. Like a way I still wish I had like that whole Discord community. But like in a way I'm like glad it's gone. Like I'm glad it's like I completely removed it from like my channel if anyone's ever noticed or like bothered to take a look, like it's completely gone. Like I don't even think it's on Discord anymore. I just remember things were getting like really bad like towards the end, and I just remember everyone like got upset at me, but I was like, it's fucking Discord, fucking move on, like. Just remember it was a whole fucking thing that like, I remember it's cool like in the beginning to like do Discord, because like, holy shit, have like one of the biggest RC fucking servers on the whole goddamn platform, and then like I just kind of like didn't care about it because Discord is not like my favorite fucking thing in the world. Like honestly, like it didn't really help grow the channel like as much as I like would have hoped it would have. Like that was one of the big reasons why I made it, because I like wanted to like feel more connected to the community, and like stuff, but it kind of ultimately just kind of went up in like a trash fire. I mean, I did have some really fucking good times on that server. It was a really fun place for a while. It's just like, I'm glad it didn't last forever because, God, I don't even, like, I can't even imagine, like, me, like, actively, like, using, like, Discord. It's one of those platforms, I guess, now. I did just kind of want to try this out, too. Like, I didn't want to just, like, continue with the live stream if it didn't look nice or whatever. It wasn't looking good. Here we go. Just gonna like tighten down the other screws that are still popping out just a little bit. That's in there. That ain't going anywhere. That's in. This one looks like it could go for a few more turns. Bang. There we go. Finally, one of the hardest fucking parts of the whole deal is done. I got the diffs put together, and we're now kind of like working on like the front end, more or less. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep this paper towel thing here because I didn't keep it here because like because there's still grease. C1 now. I guess it's the last bag I'm gonna do, and then I'm calling it because man, these things really wrench on you. And plus, I don't want to like completely just quit here because I was about to earlier. But it's not even just like a whole lot of viewers I need to entertain right now. Speaking of like viewers needed to entertain, um, I remember like when I was younger, right? Like I would do these like Pokemon live streams, and I would do them for like hours, and like I actually gained like a decent like viewer base at the time, or like what I thought was decent viewer base. Those guys fucking suck too, like almost just as much as the Discord people, except there was this one, like, fucking, like, every fucking online community, you just need to fucking watch out for this motherfucker. Like, the dumb fucking country motherfucker. I know it's super generalized, but if you spend as much time on the internet as I have, you'll learn that, like, every community has, like, or I don't know, it's just, whenever I, like, start something, it's like, there's always, like, this country kid who has to, like, ruin the whole fucking thing. Like, I remember, like, on like those Pokemon live streams, like we had this country kid like from Louisiana. He had like a new girlfriend like all the time, and it was so fucking irritating. Fucking hated the dude. Like literally drove away. A lot of viewers, started drama, the whole nine yards. Do not want to fucking think about that guy again, but like yeah, it was a thing that I did. Pokemon live streaming. It's fun. It was fun for the Pokemon and the people for the most part. I just wish I could have made it last just a little bit longer. Okay, drop those on the floor. Gotta pick those up. You should checking on the actual live stream status. Yeah, we have 2 concurrent viewers, 25 views. Yeah, it's just to change the bitrate, whatever. But because I don't really know too much about stream optimization, I'm not really gonna mess with that. Is the sway bar in here? No, it's in that bag, so. Okay, they want us to build the arms first, so that's honestly getting the hard stuff out of the way first, which I like. And that we can just forget about. Plastic inserts. Never tried the. Never tried the graphite carbon inserts just because there's like no fucking point to them because I mean there is a point, like they get like different grips on like different surfaces, but for what I'm running here in Texas, it's like I feel like I could just run with the plastic ones forever and never worry. And I don't even think people like, god damn it, what's with the fucking popping like good like broken stuff. That out, one of the screws rolled away. And bust this out. Thanks, Mom. First step, take arms, put plates in arms, like so, then screw in the screws. Holy shit, there's so many. I think that's in pretty well. You can actually easily over tighten those, which I kind of get. Oops. It's like 9 p.m. Yeah, I'll go ahead and finish like assembling all this, and like after I'll just go ahead and shut off the live stream. So I feel like that's a good place to stop. I mean, of course, it's not like the entire front clip. Like, it's not like the shocks, the wheels, the axles. Well, kind of, you know. Oh, yeah. We're gonna have to put the. Okay. Okay, yeah. We put on, like, all the axle stuff, like, later, which is honestly nice. I don't have to worry about that shit now. If this was, like, 3 years ago, I would have been like. Because that was COVID, I remember. I would have been like, I'll just do it all the day. I'll just do whatever I want later. Okay, so after that, oh yeah, we need the sway bar mounts. So get those out. Cut them off because we don't want to leave. Fuck, I kind of cut into that shit. A little too far. Shave it off. There we go. I don't think I damaged it that bad. Yeah, it's fine. That goes into its own dedicated little slot. Go ahead and I'm not even gonna play around with this. I'm just gonna use some pliers to put it in. That, I mean, like the ball, like little swivel thing. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure you need one on the other side, right? No. Yeah, no, it's just the yeah, it's just that. Then I'm pretty sure the way that you're supposed to do this. That's okay. These ones are super easy to put in because they have like this extra thing on them. Yep. And then the screw that you use to put that in is which one of these ones? I feel it's gonna only be like two of the longer like ones. It's always kind of hard to tell like if it's all the way in on the sway bar mount screws. That's fine, yeah. Alright, so that arm is done. Just gonna go ahead and mount these things in because I don't want to worry about these later because it's stupid. Oh yeah, what size is that? A little spacer. Do they even show what size it is? 1 millimeter. Let's go ahead and twist those off. Twist this one. And then just gonna put those guys over here so a moment. This goes through here. They're actually engineered so that they don't just slide everywhere, which is really nice. Put that on. And that goes here. Where are the mid ones? We have these. That off. Take this off. Um, You see, you're still going.
En Agoramol nos sentimos complacidos por su visita. Les informamos que en los próximos 30 minutos cerraremos por el día de hoy.
What the hell are those? Oh, what? Dude, they have like this sway bar setup, like really weird.
En Agoramall nos sentimos complacidos por su visita. Les informamos que en los próximos 30 minutos cerraremos por el día de hoy.
Alright. More like screws I need to do. It's yeah, I need to put those in. I believe these are like 3 millimeters. I think there's 2.5. Yeah. Definitely gonna go back to adjust these droop screws later, but for now I'll just go ahead and put them in to where I can see them. Okay, so that's it. Okay, that's that. Now, what I need to do is put that sway bar on. I believe that's it. What is page 6? Yeah, so basically I just like leave all of that in there until later. Because we really just need the front sway bar. I'm not. I want to say the bigger one goes on the back. Call it the smaller guy. Yeah, I can't see this one fitting on very well. Well, I guess I can. It's just. Yeah, this is not the right one. But that doesn't mean we can't put on the right one. So let's go ahead and do that. So the first thing you need to do with the sway bar, it looks like they have like some new parts that they put on here. So it's like these two things like go on like this, and they like hang on like the edges. That is kind of interesting. I'm not sure what that's supposed to do, though. Wrong way. Right way. So now I believe you just screw them in. I don't think Loctite is needed for these. Good. Yeah. Okay. I have no idea what these do. Wish I had some more viewers in the chat to tell me what's up. Yeah, I really don't think these are going to be going anywhere. Yeah. These are solid. Then after, just need to put them into their respective mounting holes. Oh, that's okay. That's so thick. It's just like, okay, not bad. Okay, so you adjust those later. That is really nice, actually. I did not realize what those were for. They are to keep stability in the sway bars. So, like, that way, like, they really can't move all that much during the drive, because I know that can... I think that... I don't know. I really don't know how sway bar geometry... Well, I kind of understand it, but not well enough to the point where I can be like, yeah, that's a good sway bar setup, or like, no, that's terrible. I'm just gonna kind of lightly put them on, so this way I seriously don't like make any final decisions going to this. Okay, so now all I need to do is put this stuff on. Just a second. Once I got everything on there, that's when I can like really start to like tighten stuff down. For now, all these guys maybe out. Yeah. It's out. Problem. Just gonna screw the rest of this stuff. Let's just screw it in. That is really cool that they put on those like little stubs so that like the sway bars stay in place while you're driving. That's, I mean, I know that they already have like that thing with like the other two set screws like going straight like into the bar, like on this other little plastic bar. Man, they really like, I don't know. I think it's a cool feature. Of course, it's just gonna do the It is 9:35 and we can go inside. Okay, I just want that to just sit on it, but I don't want to extend the plastic out. That is a solid last sweeper setup. That is like, oh my goodness, I mean, that is so much more tight than like the previous generation Mugen Truggy. Here we go. It's what we were able to get done today. Got the front clip done. Might post this on Instagram later. I mean, who really thinks so, just because I did that way too much last time and it kind of made the stream annoying. So like, I would say let me know what y'all think, but I know no one knows nobody's watching.